Hello, my name is Jennifer Davis and I'm the director of Texoma Upward Bound. Upward Bound is a federal TRIO program geared towards low-income and first-generation students. First-generation students are considered to be students whose parents do not have a 4-year college degree. So if you, as a parent, have a 2-year associate's degree, your student would still qualify. What our goal is to help high school students finish high school well and get to whatever college, tech school, or university that they would like to go to. It is a college preparation program. And how we do this is by doing several different things. First of all, I'd like to talk about our weekly meetings and stipends. We meet with students once a week at school during their lunch periods where we provide assignments geared towards helping them do better in their classes and also geared towards learning things about everyday life, like, for instance, boundaries with other people. We have a summer camp during the months of June and July where students get to stay on campus in the dorms for 3 weeks. It's a Sunday through Thursday camp, so they do get to go home on the weekends. They take classes that help prepare them for taking the ACT and SAT tests during the day, and they also have a computer class, science, math, English, and a foreign language class as well. And in the evenings, we have fun activities for the students, like we do a painting night, and we also like to take them on field trips in the evening. This past summer, they got to go to Broadway, Dallas, and see The Lion King. Another thing we do to help our students is we take them on trips. We currently have 2 multi-day overnight trips per year, one in the spring break and one in the summer. And on those trips, we take students to museums and on college tours. The other great thing about our program is that we serve both Denison and Sherman high schools, so they get to meet students they'd otherwise never meet. And during the summer, we also go to camp with some students from southeastern Oklahoma. Just to give you an idea of the types of things we've done in the past, in summer of 2024, we got to visit Washington, D.C. with our students and toured Georgetown University and Howard University. And then this past spring break, we took the students to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they got to tour 3 different colleges: East Central University in Ada, Rogers State University in Claremore, and the University of Tulsa. And we also get to do fun things on our trips. We went to the Oklahoma City Thunder game back in 2024. It was really fun, and we got to go down on the court afterwards. We've taken them to all kinds of museums. The Tulsa Aquarium was in particular a really cool place we went. And this past summer, our trip was to Branson, Missouri, and we met another Upward Bound group while we were there at Silver Dollar City. Visited the Butterfly Palace and the Dolly Parton Stampede. So we do a lot of educational things on the trips, but also some fun things. And everything that we do with the students is free to the students. Earlier when I mentioned weekly meetings, I also said stipends. What that is every time the student attends one of our meetings or events and participates, they get to earn money, up to $40 a month during the school year and $60 in June and July because we have more activities during those times. On the screen now, you see some specifics of how we help students. The thing that makes us different from other programs like AVID that they do have in some of the schools is that we are a long-term support system. We try to recruit students their freshman and sophomore year so that we can be with them through their entire high school career. We get to know them, and we can really help give them some individualized, personalized counseling. That is what KK Patton, our academic advisor, does. She meets with every student, finds out what they're interested in, and helps give them information on that and helps them find a pathway to reach their goals. Other things we do is we have Saturday sessions once a month, and we bus the students to Southeastern where our office is located, and we have guest speakers and workshops. Like in September, we're going to have an English language arts workshop to help prepare them for ACT and SAT tests. In November, we're going to have another workshop in the morning, and then in that afternoon, we'll take the students to a Southeastern football game. Other things we teach them are social emotional learning. Like I talked about earlier, we have a lesson coming up on boundaries, how to set them, how to keep them. And then we also teach them study and test taking skills. We also provide free individual tutoring. KK and myself can cover quite a few subjects, but the ones we don't cover, we'll hire a tutor for. For instance, we have a math tutor who's really great that we call upon whenever students need math tutoring. We also provide college application and ACT fee waivers. ACT tests are really expensive, and so we do have waivers the students can use so they don't have to pay for them. And then whenever they do start applying to colleges, we have a waiver for that as well, so they don't have to send in any money with their college applications. So who qualifies for this program? The students need to be a first generation student. So that means neither parent has a 4-year degree. So as I mentioned earlier, if you happen to have an associate's degree, your student would still be considered a first generation student. We also have to see if the students are low income, and we base this off of your most recent tax returns. So when your student shows you the application, they'll be on the note on the bottom of the first page that asks for that. However, if you didn't file taxes, we do have a form that you can fill out in lieu of that. So you just need to give me a call and I could get that form to you. And the last thing is, it's really easy for the students to turn in their application. Right now on the screen, you see that it says to turn in to Mrs. Phillips. That is only for Denison students. Denison turns in their forms to Mrs. Phillips. Sherman students, they turn their forms into Mrs. Bowers. And you do not have to remember that information because it is on the second page of the application on the very bottom. And it does show what the room number is for Mrs. Bauer on that as well. You could also just call me or KK or email us if you need any further instruction. And if you have any more questions that you want answered, you could also contact us then. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Upward Bound.